Respected parents, dear students, and my well wishers, I am trying hard for HSC board, Maharashtra State Board Mathematics. I am requesting you to subscribe my channel ABP Education CRL. Like it, share it with your friends so that my classroom teaching will reach to the maximum number of students and they will get benefit. Thank you. Okay, dear students, now this is lecture number 10 on differentiation, higher order derivatives. If y is equal to fx is a differentiable function of x on open interval I, set of integers I, then y dash x is equal to f dash x is also a function on interval I. F dash x is also differentiable, then y2 dash, that is f dash x of dash, that is f2 dash x, it is nothing but second order derivative. By Leibniz notation, y dash is equal to f dash x is limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus fx upon h. This is nothing but dy by dx. Similarly, y2 dash, that is f2 dash x, is limit h tends to 0 f dash x plus h minus f dash x upon h is nothing but d2y by dx square. Further, we can take the derivative of f2 dash, that is y3 dash is nothing but d cube y by dx cube, that is derivative of, it is nothing but d dx of d2y by dx square. Similarly, we can obtain fourth order derivative, fifth order derivative like this, and therefore in general nth derivative of fx is fn x, and this is denoted by dny upon dx raised to n. Here we can denote them instead of y dash, y2 dash, first order derivative is y1, second order derivative is y2, third order derivative is y3, and so on. Nth order derivative is yn. So derivative of derivative till the nth order, that is known as higher order derivative. And now we solve there some examples based on this, and I am trying to conclude this topic. Now first example, find second order derivative of the function 2x raised to 5 minus 4x raised to 3 minus 2 upon x square minus 9. Now let us denote it is y. 2x raised to 5 minus 4x raised to 3 minus 2 x raised to minus 2 minus 9. Differentiate with respect to x, we get dy by dx. 5 to the 10x raised to 4, 4 3 is the 12x raised to 2, minus minus plus 4 x raised to minus 3 plus 0. Now differentiate with respect to x again. Now see how it is, minus 2 is coming up and minus 2 minus 1 according to rule, so it will become minus 3. So d dx of dy by dx is equal to d dx of 10x raised to 4 minus 12x square plus 4x raised to minus 3. 9 is constant, the derivative is 0. So therefore this is d2y by dx square 40x raised to 3 minus 24x and minus 12x raised to minus 4. That is d2y by dx square is 40x raised to 3 minus 24x minus 12 upon x raised to 4 is the desired answer. So derivative of derivative, and it is application. So we have to remember all the formulas which we used previously. Second example, y is log of log x. Differentiate with respect to x, we will get it is dy by dx log, so 1 upon log x into derivative of x is log x is 1 upon x. Again differentiate with respect to x. This can be write log x divided by x is 1 upon x, that will be simple. Here we are going to use product rule. Differentiate with respect to x, we get log x d dx of dy by dx plus dy by dx into d dx of log x, and this is derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. So it is log x into d2y by dx square plus dy by dx into 1 upon x is equal to minus 1 upon x square. So further you can put the value of dy by dx because they required only d2y by dx square. So what is dy by dx? This. So this is log x into d2y by dx square into plus dy by dx is log x into x. This is 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. Finally log x d2y by dx square is equal to minus 1 upon x square minus 1 upon x square log x is the final answer, or further you can put log x on that side also. So this is second order derivative, example number 2. Example number 3, if x is equal to theta minus sin theta, y is a 1 minus cos theta, find d2y by dx square. Given x is a into theta minus sin theta and y is a into bracket 1 minus cos theta. Differentiate with respect to theta, we get, because it is parametric form, so this is dx by d theta a into bracket 1 minus cos theta and dy by d theta a sin theta, because derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of cos is minus, minus into minus is plus. Therefore dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. This is a sin theta upon a into bracket 1 minus cos theta. That is sin theta upon 1 minus cos theta is dy by dx. Further, you can simply, this is 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2, and this is 2 sin square theta by 2. So this will 2 cancel, 1 sin cancel, it is cot theta by 2 is dy by dx. Now we have to find d2y by dx square, so differentiate with respect to x, we get d dx by dy by dx is equal to d dx of cot theta by 2. Now this is a very important step. I am going to star it. See what happened. Left hand side d2y by dx square. On the right hand side we are going to use chain rule. Is it dy by ddx of cot theta. The independent variable is theta and derivative we are going to find with respect to x. So it is not possible. So we are going to use here dy d theta cot theta by 2 into d theta by dx. That is a chain rule. So I have written d dx is d by d theta into d theta by dx by the chain rule. Okay. So what is the derivative of cot? Cot is minus cosec square theta by 2 into theta by 2 has derivative 1 by 2 and d theta by dx. You know that dx by d theta is a into bracket 1 minus cos theta. Therefore d theta by dx is 1 upon a into bracket 1 minus cos theta. So this is 1 minus cos theta into a. Finally, you can substitute this, simplify cosec square theta by 2 2a into 1 minus cos theta. This is d2y by dx square. You can simplify after this also. So this is a very important step. D by dx dy by dx d dx cot. It is x and this is theta. So we cannot differentiate theta with respect to x. So that's why independent variable data can be differentiated with theta itself. So that's why I changed this. Okay. Example number 4, if x is a cos theta and y is b sin theta, find d2 by dx square at theta is equal to pi by 4. Given x is equal to a cos theta and y is equal to b sin theta. Differentiate with respect to theta, we get it is dx by d theta minus a sin theta and dy by d theta is b cos theta. Therefore, by parametric form of the derivative, dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. So this is b cos theta upon minus a sin theta, that is minus b upon a cot theta. Now we have to find d2y by dx square. So differentiate with respect to x, we get dy by dx is equal to d by dx minus b upon a cot theta. Again here we have to change the independent variable. Here is theta, it is x, so this is not possible. Minus b upon a is taken out. So this is d by d theta cot theta into d theta by dx. This is minus b upon a cosec square theta, that is minus become plus, and d theta by dx is 1 upon minus a sin theta. So minus b upon a square cosec cube theta, because 1 upon sin is again cosec theta, and this is nothing but d2y by dx square. Therefore d2y by dx square at theta is equal to pi by 4. It is minus b upon a square cosec pi by 4 raised to 3, and cosec pi by 4 is 2 root 3 minus, it is root 2, So root 2 raised to 3 is root 2 into root 2 into root 2. That is 2 root 2. It is 2 root 2 is the final answer of d2y by dx square when theta is equal to pi by 4. Now example number 5, if x is 80 square and y is 280, then show that xy d2y by dx square plus a is equal to 0. Just like previous example, given x is equal to 80 square and y is equal to 280. So parametric form, so differentiate with respect to t, we get this is dx by dt is 280 and dy by dt is 2a. Therefore, by the parametric form, dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. So 2a upon 2at. So dy by dx is 1 upon t. Again differentiate with respect to t, we get, okay, though this is d2y by dx square minus 1 upon t square and dx by dt is 280, that is 1 upon 280. Now see, the required answer is x into y. So x is equal to 80 square. It is nothing but 1 upon t square is a upon x. So you can put this value here. So minus a upon x, and this is y. It is given y is equal to 80 because x is equal to 80 square and y is equal to 280. So therefore x and y coming on this side, d2 by dx minus a. Therefore xy d2y by dx square plus a is equal to 0, and this complete the required proof. Now example number 6, y is equal to e raised to m tan inverse x, then show that 1 plus x square d2y by dx square plus 2x minus m dy by dx. Now what is given? Y is equal to e raised to m tan inverse x. Differentiate with respect to x, we get, it is dy by dx, this as it is, e raised to m tan inverse x into, by the chain rule, derivative of this m into 1 upon 1 plus x square, that derivative of tan inverse x. Now cross multiplication, it is 1 plus x square dy by dx, this whole thing is y into m. Now differentiate with respect to x, again 1 plus x square, derivative of dy by dx is d2y by dx square plus dy by dx, derivative of 1 plus x square is 2x is equal to m dy by dx, and therefore it is 1 plus x square d2y by dx square plus 2x minus m dy by dx is equal to 0. This is the required proof. Now example number 7, very interesting. Y will cos m cos inverse x, then show that 1 minus x square dy by dx square minus x dy by dx plus m square y equal to 0. So y is equal to cos m cos inverse x. Differentiate with respect to x, we get this is dy by dx, cos is minus sine m cos inverse x into derivative of m cos inverse x. This is minus sign m cos inverse x into m. This is cos inverse x, derivative is minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. By the cross multiplication, it is root 1 minus x square dy by dx m sin m cos inverse x. This minus and minus become plus. Again, there are two methods. Either you can squaring or differentiate with respect to x we get. Here is the product rule. 1 minus x square as it is, derivative of dy by dx is d2y by dx square plus dy by dx as it is. Derivative of this is 1 upon 2 root 1 minus x square, and derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x is equal to m. This has become cos m cos inverse x, and then derivative of this is minus m upon root 1 minus x square, because derivative of cos inverse is minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. Now do the cross multiplication or simplify these two to cancel. It is 1 minus x square d2y by dx square plus minus 2 to cancel x upon root 1 minus x square dy by dx is equal to minus m square upon root 1 minus x square, and this whole term is y. Now take the cross multiplication. These two terms are coming here. It will be 1 minus x square d2y by dx square minus x dy by dx is equal to minus m square y. And what is required then? 1 minus x square d2y by dx square minus x dy by dx plus m square y is equal to 0. This term you required. Now example number 8, very interesting, and this type of example will be asked for CET. See, this is given ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0, and then show that d2y by dx square is equal to 0. Now before going to solve this example, I would like to simplify this. This is ax square plus hxy plus hxy plus by square is equal to 0. From these two, x is taken out, so ax plus hy, this is y, hy plus hx plus by is equal to 0. So this is y, hx plus by is equal to minus x, ax plus hy. Therefore y upon x is equal to minus ax plus hy upon hx plus by. This I am calling the equation number 1. Okay, just factorize. Now consider ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0, which we have to differentiate. Differentiate with respect to x, we get 2ax, 2h, x dy by dx plus 2h y into derivative of x is 1 plus 2y b dy by dx is equal to 0. So then take these two terms together. From these two so from first and third term it is common 2, and what is remain? Ax plus hy plus, now these two terms, 2 common, hx plus by and dy by dx is equal to 0. Cancelling 2, so therefore hx plus by dy by dx is equal to minus ax plus hy. Therefore dy by dx is equal to minus ax plus hy upon hx plus by. This is equation number 2. Now see the equation number 1. Y upon x is equal to minus x plus by upon hx plus by, and this is therefore from equation 1 and 2 dy by dx is y upon x. This is equation number 3. Now again differentiate with respect to x, we get this is dy by dx of dy by dx, that is dy by dx of y upon x. By quotient rule, x derivative of y is dy by dx minus y derivative of x is 1 upon x square. This is d2y by dx square, x from 3 it is y upon x minus y upon x square. From 3 this is value of dy by dx is y upon x, and this is x cancel, y minus y upon x square, and therefore d2 by dx square is 0. This question was asked for 4 marks for the HSC board examination. 4 marks. So you can see what is weightage of this problem. So that first factorize, find the value of y upon x, then differentiate, you will get derivative in terms of y upon x, again differentiate and resubstitute value of dy by dx, you will get derivative of second derivative is 0. Example number 9, y is log of log 2x, then show that xy2 plus y1, 1 plus xy1 is equal to 0. Now y is equal to log of log 2x. Differentiate with respect to x, we get this is y1, it is log, so 1 upon log 2x, and derivative of log 2x is 1 upon 2x. This is nothing but if you take y upon y1 is log 2x into 2x. This we are going to use further. So this is nothing but log 2x y1 1 upon 2x. Differentiate with respect to x, we get again by the product rule log 2x y1 become y2 plus y1, and derivative of log 2x is 1 upon 2x. This is minus 1 upon 2 x square. Now according to required term there is no log, so we should remove the log. So I am going to divide by log 2x. It is y1 upon log 2x into 2x is equal to minus 1 upon 2x square into log 2x. Okay, now therefore see this is log y1 is 1 upon log 2x into log, so y1 into y1 is equal to minus y1 upon x, because y1 is 1 upon 2x log 2x, this x extra. By cross multiplication it is x y2 x y1 square is equal to minus y1. This is nothing but final step. X y2 x y1 square plus y1 equal to 0. Now take the common, x y2 as it is, y1 is common, so it is x y1 plus 1 is equal to 0, and this is a required term. Example number 10. Find nth derivative of x raised to m. Let y is equal to x raised to m. They differentiate with respect to x. We get this is dy by dx m x raised to m minus 1. Again differentiate with respect to x, we get this is d dx of dy by dx, m is constant, it is m minus 1 x raised to m minus 2 according to the rule. So it is d2y by dx square m into m minus 1 x raised to m minus 2. Again differentiate with respect to x, we get this is third derivative, that is d by dx of d2y by dx square is m is a constant, m minus 1 is also constant, it is m minus 2 x raised to m minus 3. Now see, continuous in this way, m when there is first derivative, m minus 1 there is second order derivative, m minus 2 there is third order derivative. So therefore at the nth term, so it is going to reduce, you can write this m minus 1 m minus 2. Okay, so therefore nth order derivative will be dny by dx raised to n m minus 1 m minus 2. This is 3, this is 3. It will be x raised to m minus n, nth order derivative. Got it? Now we can simplify more precisely. This will be equal to case number 1. If m is positive and m is greater than n, then dny by dx raised to n will be m into m minus 1 m minus 2 dot 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 m into m minus, now here n is coming, so it is n minus 1 m minus n, and finally 2 into 1. So those at the end x derivative of x is 1, x raised to m minus n. So these terms we have taken extra from these will be divided by m minus n minus 1, 2 into 1. Therefore, nth order derivative when m is greater than 1 will be equal to m factorial x raised to m minus n upon m minus n factorial. Got it? Now case 2, if m greater than n 0 and m is equal to n, if both are, then dny by dx raised to n will be n factorial x raised to 0 n minus n factorial, that is simply n factorial. So these are two cases because there is no condition about m and n where m is greater than n or n is greater than m. So this is the nth order derivative. Say I am repeating first order derivative m x raised to, it is as usual. Second derivative m is constant, this will be like this. So 2, 2, 3, 3. So therefore n, there will be n. Now further simplification, this is before that there will be m minus n minus 1. From this term we are taken extra divided by them, and this m factorial x raised to m minus n upon m minus n when m is greater than 0 and m is greater than n also. If m and n are equal to n minus n, 0 factorial is 1. So this will be the final answer.